Monday Live. I'm so happy you're here. It is going to be a good day of stamping. I have some really, really great projects planned for you. I'm very excited. Can you tell? And I have a whole bunch of beautiful cards to share with you and a couple of other things. So I'm very, very excited. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I spent what can only be described as an inordinate amount of time getting a new phone this weekend. It was very frustrating how long it took. So that was not my favorite. I really just wanted to have my day to just be, and I instead took like four trips to the phone place to get my phone switched over. And before you ask which phone carrier, it's not the phone carrier, it's Apple. I don't have a lot of nice things to say about Apple. In fact, you should see what my iTunes password is. It's not nice. In fact, the guy at the phone place laughed about my password because I had to give it to him so he could get into my phone and help me get my phone. It was a whole thing. But the good news is I at least got a good deal on the phone. The bad news is it just sucked my time and life out of me, which was not what I was hoping for, but it is what it is. But now I have a nice phone. So I was giggling because I was thinking Barb told me, and Kelly once, I think, I'm pretty sure, I'm still waiting to hear back from her on this, but she said she wanted to get an iPhone. She has, I think, a Samsung now, and she was thinking about switching over to an iPhone. And I remember saying to her at the time, like, oh, iPhones are so easy. I really prefer the iPhone. I've had, both over the years, and I really like iPhones, and it's just so much easier for editing and everything. But honestly, they make it so difficult. And that is very frustrating. Like, I'm really kind of done with Apple. But they've got me by the you-know-what. So, you hold a grudge. I have a grudge against them. I had a MacBook many years ago, and it was a lemon. Like, literally, the hard drive got replaced in it. I hated that thing so much. I've never wanted to throw a piece of machinery through a window the way I did back then. And it would make so much sense for me to have all of my things on Apple products, because my phone is on a iPhone, and I have an iPad, and I have my videos I could edit them way easier if I had a Mac. Right now, most of the reason why, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of the reason why I don't edit videos now is because I don't have software to do it on, and it's really difficult if you don't have a MacBook and you have an iPhone, basically. So anyway, long story short, back then when I had all the problems with my computer, I was just done. And I wish it wasn't so painful. And now I feel like, and I don't know if it's just because of that magical birthday I just hit, but I feel old, like more and more. I feel old, and like that I can't learn new things. Or I don't want to learn new things. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just have an attitude problem. I know a lot of people love their Apple products, but I will tell you, Apple made it frustrating, mind-numbingly difficult to switch my phone over. Mind-numbingly is really the only reason, or the only words to use that aren't inappropriate and safe for this video. And it's funny too, because all the guys at the phone place were like, Apple. And I will also say that they have no love for older people. And here's why I say that. So my mom has an iPhone, or had an iPhone. I don't think she does anymore. And so we set it up for her. I I did my best to keep all of her passwords for her. Of course, she lost them, and then you know, you get locked out, and then Apple is pretty much like, too bad, so sad, don't care, you're dead to us, is pretty much their attitude if you get locked out of your phone. And if you don't have your original like password for your original iTunes, they are so done. Like, they will not do anything for you. So my poor mom lost all of her pictures because of course she got locked out of her phone from trying to get in it too many times, and they basically said screw you. So I'm really done. And by the way, whoever just entered, well, I said that. I'm sorry. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Kayla. You probably an Apple person, aren't you? I just know you are. But anyway, so it's really too bad because I get passwords, but I flippin' hate passwords. I'm so sick of having to have a password for absolutely positively everything. And then my other personal favorite is when it says your password is part of a breach. You should probably change it. And it's like every single site. Okay, I'm done ranting about passwords in Apple. I have a PC, but partly because my husband is my main source of IT. And if he can't handle it, and he does not like Apple products, I'm out of luck. And then I would have to pay for IT, and I just can't do that given that I have a PhD in the house. And so anyway, I knew you were an Apple person. I knew it. I knew it, Kayla. I knew it. It would, like I said, it would be so smart if I was, but I just can't do it. I have an iPhone, I have an iPad. And actually, after all of this, I was kind of like, why did I get another iPhone? But it didn't get difficult until the transaction was pretty much done. So, you know how that's just how it is. Anywho, I do have a bunch of fun things to share with you, so I don't want to talk too long because otherwise this live is going to go on forever. But I have, I've been showing you for several weeks now all the cards I received for my birthday, and I have a few more to show you today. So I'm really excited to share them with you. I also have a few gifts that I received for my birthday. I meant to share them last week and, well, pretty much totally forgot, although I was a little frantic yet last week. But it is always so fun to share these wonderful projects with you. And they just touched my heart so much. I feel so grateful that so many reached out, and it just was really, 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 really sweet. My mailbox is not the same now that they've kind of stopped coming in, but it really was wonderful having everything arrive over this last month or so. And I'm 50, not a half century. I realize that's the same thing, but mentally, a half century sounds way older. But anyway, I did get a lot of 50 mail. Okay. So, do you ever, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but I remember when my mom and dad turned 50, and I thought, wow, that's old. Like, so old. And now I don't feel that way. Well, I generally don't feel that way. I don't feel old myself, although I do feel like, well, I'm getting older. Maybe I lost some patience with this age. I don't know. But anyway, I definitely don't act my age. So I know, right? I don't look a day over 21. I have to laugh. So I got my nails done this morning because, oh my gosh, I wanted to do them the day I got my phone, but I couldn't. And by the way, I broke several of my nails because I bite my nails when I get stressed. And this phone thing kind of set me over the edge. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, I got my nails done, and I get my eyebrows waxed at my nail place, and so I had my glasses off, and then she hands me the little mirror to look to, you know. And so I was like, whoa, there's some more lines than there used to be there. Because I don't know, I just could see myself up real close in that mirror without my glasses on. And like, you know, when you have glasses on, it kind of masks some things. Anyway, I was just like, huh, interesting. But I don't mind. I would rather, I guess, be wrinkly than not here. So there you go. That's the alternative, right? All right. Well, let me stop talking about all that. And I'm going to flip my camera so I can show you all these amazing treasures that have arrived. And hopefully you will enjoy seeing them as well, because it is pretty fun. All right, so I'm going to flip the camera. And my desk is kind of a mess. Oops, no. Cancel. Phew. They switched, there we go. They switched where the buttons are in the lives, and I'm so like stuck on where they used to be that I keep forgetting. And I almost like end the live every time I flip my camera. So anyway, it just kind of cracks me up. All right. So let's see. My first card that I want to show you is from Kat Langford. And I just love this card. This is with the zinnia paper, and I never would have thought to put it with those Memory and More cards. So this was so sweet. And she had the little inside too, which was really fun. So thank you for that. Next up, oh, this is really sweet. This was a card I got from, this is kind of makes me giggle. This is just like the card we made last week, which is kind of fun. I got this from Jill, who's so sweet. She stopped by my house and actually gave me this book that is for the diet plan that I'm on. And it was just so sweet. So thank you for that. And I love this card. It's just gorgeous. So beautiful. It was very fun to meet you, by the way. Then I received this beautiful card. Isn't this fun, with the hot air balloon DSP? This is from Shelly, who's so sweet. I just loved the soft colors in this card, so thank you. Here's another beautiful card with our new Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. This one is from Lori, who's just the best. So thank you so much, Lori. And I love the colors in this card. They're just so beautiful. That DSP is so pretty. Here's another beautiful card. I love this one. It's like embossing. Well, it's like ink blended and heat embossed on one of those paper accent butterflies. Like what a great idea this was. So this is from Cindy, who's on my team, and she's just the best. So thank you so much for this beautiful card, Cindy. I really love it. Here is another beautiful card. This one is from Karen from our Sending Sunshine and Rainbows group. So thank you so much for this, Karen. So pretty. Ooh, here's another pretty one. I love, I'm a fan of the white on white with just a little pop of color. So this card came from Terry, who's just the best. So thank you for this, Terry. This is with a daisy bundle. Then, I love this card. This is from a set from several years ago, and it's just the best. This card is from Sherry, who is on my team, and I just love this card. And of course she did it in my signature colors. I'm trying to think of the name of the stamp set. Oh, such a good one. It's actually part of the inspiration for the stamp set I designed. So that was fun. And she even coordinated the envelope right down to the embossed flap, which is pretty fun. Here's a cutie patootie card. This one came from Mary, who's so sweet. She's in our Sunshine and Rainbows group as well. I think this was from a paper pumpkin kit not too far back. So that was a goodie. Here's another super cute card. This one is from our Pocket Thoughts bundle. How cute is that? I love the pockets. And this one is from Becky. She's the best. So thank you, my dear Becky. This is a super cute circle card. Isn't that adorable, from Noreen? So thanks, Noreen. And I love those bees. They are just so stinking cute. And the circle card is fun. I haven't made one of those yet. I need to try that. Here's a cute little cake card. Oh, cake. Cake is the best. This is from Lori, and she had a sweet card or a sweet message in here. So thank you so much, Lori. I love this card. So fun. Another card with that DSP from the hot air balloons. Isn't this pretty? This one is from Priscilla. I love that she writes from Kelly's team. Yeah, Priscilla, I know exactly who you are. Ooh, this is really weird looking. Is it dark for you? Or maybe my camera is just dark. Can you guys see this okay? All right. I just looked and my screen looks super dark. Is it dark for you guys? Are you saying yes? That's not good. I don't know why it's so dark. Let's see. Oh, no, it's fine. Okay. Okay, good. All right. We'll keep going then. I think I turned the brightness on my screen down in an effort to keep my battery going. So, okay. Phew. All right, look at this fun card. Oh, I'm always a big fan of circles. And this is from some DSP we had a few years ago during Celebration, which of course was some of my very favorite. And anyway, this is a super cute card from Sue, who's just the best. By the way, I love this. I am so excited for Carl. I only live 40 miles from NDSU. Go Bison. So that is just the best. So Sue, I will have to, if we go up there for something, we'll have to meet, because that would be super fun. Here is another cute card. Look at this. Ring, ring. This is from Katie, who's just the best. So thank you, Katie. She's on my team. And of course, love the colors. You guys are so sweet when you use my colors. Then look at this fun card. Are you ready for it? What? This is from Ruth. She's on my team. Look at, she even put a 50 in the flowers. How fun is this? And I, of course, love the zinnias. So thank you so much for this fun card, Ruth. I appreciate it so much. All right. Next up, another zinnia card. Oops, I think this came out of it. This one is from Elaine, who's also on my team, and so pretty. And I just love this, you know, such a great DSP, that zinnia paper. So good. Okay, next up is another really cute card with that DSP. You know I love me a good rainbow. And this is from Lisa, who's just the best. And I really like your card. And Lisa makes the best cards, by the way. She is amazing. So thank you so much for this. I love the HB, by the way. I have an uncle who always says HBDR, and then he says from LB. That's his initials. So I always think that's cute when I see the HBs for happy birthdays. So thank you so much, Miss Lisa. And by the way, I meant to say this earlier when I was looking inside. She has like the cutest writing. I just love it. So anyway, look at this pretty card with the plant set. This one is just so pretty. And this is from, oh, Lisa. She's so sweet. And she wrote, by the way, the nicest message to me. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. It was, by the way, she was talking about comments I made about Carl and my kids and saying they weren't perfect. And it was more like, what I was trying to get at more was like, sometimes social media can be very misleading because you only see the picture perfect stuff. You don't see the mess behind the scenes. And I just was saying that, you know, while my kids are wonderful, they're not perfect, and there's always mess behind the scenes. But she was really sweet. So thank you. I appreciate that, Lisa. Here is another card. Of course, this has a piece of my heart. Not only is it my favorite colors, but also it's my stamp set. So this one is from Cindy. So Cindy, thank you so much. And Cindy, I think Park Rapids is near Fargo Moorhead. Carl was actually asking me that the other day, and I wasn't sure why. I don't know if they're doing something in Park Rapids. I know he has like a team retreat when before school starts for cross country, and I think it might be in Park Rapids, but I'm not sure. Anyway, let me know because Fargo's really flat, and I have a feeling Park Rapids might not be, or if that's where his retreat is anyway. So, all right. Ooh, Abstract Impressions. Thank you, Brenda. That was the name of the set on this card. Oh, I love that card or that set. Well, I love the card too, but the set was one of my faves. All right, here is another beautiful card. Oh, I love this one. Is this one still available? I think it is. This is from Kelly. So thank you, Kelly. She is the best. Kelly Atchison. You might have heard of her because she's kind of a big deal. Look at this fun card. This one is just the best. This is from Sharon, who's on my team, and she used what I'm sure she knows is my favorite new bundle or suite from the new catalog, which is Love of a Lifetime, I think is the name of it. Actually, I'm not even sure because my brain's full. But thank you for the card, Sharon. I love it. Oh, look at how fun this one is. This one is from Debbie, who is just the best. Thank you so much, Debbie. Such a fun, bright, happy colored card, which of course is my fave. Here is another cutie patootie. Look at how cute this is, a rainbow strawberry, which I just love. So this is from Judy. So thank you so much. And she wrote, it's not over till the last card is received. I love that, Judy. And yours was not the last card, by the way. So thank you. Another super fun card. This one is from Penny. Thank you so much, Penny. You are just the best. Penny is on my team from Ohio. Ooh, look at this beautiful card. Such a fun one. This is some new paper and I think they're called Floral and Frames dies that we've got in the new catalog. Super fun. This is from Carol, who is just like the best. She's in our Sunshine and Rainbows group and is amazing. Another really pretty card. This one is from another Carol, actually, a different Carol. This Carol is on my team, and oh, I really like this card a lot. Thank you, guys. Oh, look at this fun one. This is from the Crafting with You stamp set in the catalog. And this one is from Sally, who's just the best. Sally is on my team, and she's just so sweet. So thank you for that, Sally. I love it. Ooh, another pretty card. This one is from Joyce, who's just the best. I'm giggling. Also, happy birthday month. I like how you think, Joyce. Birthday month. Perfect. And by the way, I did get your thing that you included in there, so thank you. Here is another beautiful card from Sandy. Oh, simple and gorgeous. Just awesome. Here is another super sweet card. This one is from Joanne. Thank you, Joanne. Just the best. I love this. Another simple and cute. Have a brilliant birthday. So fun. Here is another super cute card. A little note of cheer from Lisa. So thank you so much, Lisa. And oh, this is from one of our collection kits that we've got. And it is a really fun one. Another cute card. Oh, I miss this ribbon. Very nice. This one is from Bev, who's just the best. Thank you, Bev. And what a cute card. I miss this DSP too. Good stuff. Here is another beauty. Oh, gosh. This just takes me back. I can literally picture in my brain when all of this stuff, this is from, I think it was called Cake Soiree. Oh, I love that stuff. Oh, from Julie. And you know what's so funny, Julie? This card makes me think of my basement at my old house. And you and I spent a lot of time together in that basement. So thank you for that card. I love it. It brought me right on back, which is just so sweet. Look at this. Fun. This one is from Michelle from Pittsburgh. Berg, and her birthday is May 18th too. I know so many people with May 17th, 18th, or 19th birthdays. So thank you so much, and happy birthday to you, a little late. Here is another super cute card. This is from Jerry, who is another big participant in our Sunday, Sunny and Sunshine and Rainbows group. Thank you so much. I love this saying she has in here, birthdays are good for us. The more we have, the longer we live. If that's not the truth, I don't know what is, Jerry. Thank you. Melissa sent me this card, and it's so cool. Are you guys ready for this? It's, I think this is how it goes. It's a clamshell card. She even gave me the info on it. I think it's supposed to go like this, but isn't that pretty? Melissa is on my team, and I love that she shared this. So what a fun card. And it kind of stands up like that. Isn't that cool? And then it fits. Let's see. I think it fits like this in a card. So like it fits in the card. So cute. And thank you for the dimensions, by the way. Ooh, so she's got valley, valley, mountain, mountain. There we go. So I'm doing, well, I was pretty sure I was doing it right, but very fun. Oh, so cool. Okay, it doesn't go like that though. I think you fold it like this to put it in the actual card. But very fun, and thank you so much for sending. See, a true card maker understands. They give you the dimensions, right? So clever. Oh, look at this pretty card. This one is from Bev. She is just the best. Thank you so much, Bev. Another one of my dear Ohio friends. Here is another pretty card with that cake set. This is a similar but different kind of fold. This is just a cute little pop-up. And this one is from Barbara, who's on Barb's team. She is awesome. Such a good stamper. This one is from Julie. Ooh, look at that. I love how she did this punch. That's the modern oval punch. So fun. So thank you so much for this beautiful card, Julie. And you are welcome for starting that group, and I appreciate you being a part of it. This one is from Barbara, who is on my team, and look at how pretty that is. Oh, so nice. And by the way, this is so fun. She said I turned the card inside out hoping the embellishments wouldn't get damaged. So great thinking. And thank you so much for this beautiful card, Barbara. Here is another awesome card. This is from Lisa, and I love this, by the way. Oh, so cute. This is, there's a name for this. I want to say like it's a tunnel fold card maybe. Anyway, I really love it. So thank you for this card. And there's that zinnia paper again. Just love it. The only thing that would make this paper better is if it had Coastal Cabana in it. I guess not everything can have Coastal Cabana. Here is a beautiful card from Belinda. Thank you so much, Belinda. So sweet. And I keep mentioning my Sunny and Sunshine and Rainbows group. This is a group that I have. There's a link in the description of this video. We have a rack group. And look at this beautiful card from Sasha. And it's so sweet that people participate in sending one another cards for their birthday month. You can sign up for that. We also have the opportunity to nominate somebody to receive cards, maybe for sympathy cards, or maybe get well cards, or thinking of you cards, maybe all kinds of reasons. A milestone birthday, for example. So lots of reasons to send cards to people. They don't have to be in the Sunny Sunshine and Rainbows group. For instance, we had cards sent out for somebody who's going through a prolonged illness, another for a little kid who is sick and in the hospital. Those are just a couple of the recent ones. Other things are like anniversaries, birthdays, etc. So anyway, you can join that if you're interested. Here is a beautiful card from Cheryl, who's just the best, and she had me at black and white with a pop of color. This is some black and white paper we had a while back, and then this is some beautiful stamping done with our, I want to say this is petal, is it? I'm like looking at my stamp sets, but I think this one might have just been retired. I can't remember. No, maybe it wasn't retired. Oh, I can't think. It's Petal Park. There you go. I'm pretty sure. Almost positive. Anyway, this is a really fun card, and I love the strips. So cute. So thank you so much, Cheryl, for this awesome card. Then this was a blast from the past, Miss Shelley Pratt. This paper was around a long time ago, and I love this. Wine improves with age, we improve with wine. So thank you so much. And check this out. I think this is like, maybe not. I want to say this might be a clear Post-it. Is that what this is, Shelley? It's so cool. She wrote on it. Yeah, I think it is a clear Post-it. It's so cool. Yeah, check that out. Very cool. Anyway, thank you, my dear friend. And I can't wait to see you next. We got together recently. She was in town for a concert, and I was so excited to see her, and we decided we needed to make plans to see each other more often. So anyway, this card is from this is from Branda, who's on my team, and isn't this fun? I love these pocket cards. You can put little tags like she did here in the pocket. Such a cute one. And I love this stamp. This is one of my favorite stamps, sending sunshine and good feelings your way. And I love how she put it on the front of the envelope. That was a brilliant idea. Oh, look at this beauty. That's the Magnolia Mood. Yeah, I was going to say Maven, and I'm like, no, that can't be right. Magnolia Mavens, that's a team on my team. But this is the Magnolia Mood bundle, and it's just gorgeous. This one is from Janine. So beautiful. Thank you so much for this. And she stamped that little magnolia in the corner in gray, and it looks so beautiful. Here is another beautiful card from Wendy, who's on my team. And of course, I love it. So cute. And thank you so much for thinking of me, Wendy. You are the best. Another beautiful card. This is from Beverly, who's on my team. Oh, so pretty. So, so pretty. I love that DSP with this stamp set is so fun. This is a DSP from hand-penned from a couple years ago. And I love seeing like new stamps with older DSP. It's so fun to see how different people imagine things, you know, those combining products is what I'm trying to say. Love it. All right, this one is from Linda, who's the best. And oh, look at how fun that is. Does this look familiar? So this was our challenge just recently. So I just love how she did that with the pop-up. So fun. Thank you so much, Linda. And of course, oh, these are so pretty. This is from a recent paper pumpkin kit, which is just gorgeous. This is from Melissa, who's on my team. Isn't this so sweet? So thank you so much for this fun card. I love that cow. And this, there again, new stamp set, old DSP, and it's perfect. That plaid paper we had in the holiday catalog a couple years ago. Here is, oh, I love that peach set. Such a sweet card. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate it so much. She sent me this, or she must, I'm pretty sure Anna's in our Sending Sunshine and Rainbows group. So thank you. Oh, this one is from Alexandra, who's the best. She is on my team, and here is the cute little duck set. And then this just cracks me up, these stickers. Chandler Bing, 15 Yemen Road, Yemen. Smelly cat, what are they feeding you? And Regina Phalange, this is the best. Thank you so much for these stickers, Alexandra. You totally, my family was laughing at me because I was like squealing about this sticker especially, and of course Regina Phalange, as you well know, is my favorite. So anyway, thank you so much for this, Alexandra. You're the best. Alrighty. This one is from Beth Ann, who's on my team, and look at this gorgeous card, you guys. This is such a pretty card, featuring, of course, the two best colors, Summer Splash and Coastal Cabana. Love that you put those together. And we are going to be using this set on our projects today, and they are amazing. I can't wait to share them with you. So thank you so much, Beth Ann. I appreciate it. Here is another gorgeous card. This one's from Gloria, and she used the Stippled Rose bundle, which is just the best. So pretty. I haven't pulled that one out in a while. This one is from Vicky, who's on my team, and I love what she did here. She embossed those coffee cups and put them over the coordinating little image, which is just so adorable. So thank you so much for this, Vicky. You are the best. Sherry, who is on my team and for a while lived in Fargo, sent me this beautiful card. Isn't that gorgeous? She is a really wonderful card maker, and I love what she did there. Here is one from Joanne, who is just the best. I love the card protector. Oh, funny how out of all these cards, these two were next to each other. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, Joanne is just the best. Love the card. So pretty. And it goes so nicely with tea, which I love. Okay, then I've got a couple more things. This one is from one of my team members, and she sent me this sweet card and this jewelry box, which I'm assuming she made. I can't imagine she bought that like that. But anyway, this one is from Carol, who's on my team. I'm trying to open it. There we go. And Carol, this is so cool. And by the way, something I really needed. It's a little jewelry case, like a travel jewelry case. And then look at it, even has this pop down where you can put like little necklaces and tuck them in there. I love this so much. So thank you. I always giggle when I see all these spots for rings, like, wow, who has that many rings? I suppose or that like you would need to travel with. I don't know, but I love this. Actually, you can stick earring backs in there because that's what I do. But anyway, this was such a wonderful little treat, and in my signature color. So sweet of you, Carol. Thank you so much. And then, oh, I found another birthday card. This one is super sweet. This, oh, from Pamela. She is just the best. I love it. The 50s Club. So sweet. Anyway, I really appreciate the card, and it's from the Countryside Corners. Well, I don't know if that's the name of the DSP. Countryside Blooms, maybe? Anyway, I love it. It's really pretty, and in those beautiful blues. Then I got this gorgeous card. Look at how pretty this is. From my team member Greta, who is just the best. So thank you so much for this one. So pretty. And then I got this painting from Sherry on my team. Look at how cool that is. She painted this. Like, that's so impressive. And then she sent me this card, which is so cool. And she told me the name of it, and you know I can't remember. But you can tie it like that, and it's just so fun. Look at how cute this is. So these are from our new Mix and Match product line, the ephemera packs. And oh, they're just so cute. I just love how she made this. And of course, with my fave color. So anyway, isn't that the best? 50 and Fab, you are the best. And actually, Sherry and I have almost the same birthday. So thank you so much for this, Sherry. Now that I've shown this in the video, I can hang it up. So I'm really excited about that. So this is so cool. And I don't know what this frame is, but it's really neat. It like houses the canvas thing. So I don't know if it came like this or if you framed it like this, but it's really sweet. And by the way, she like wrote on the back, which is super cute. Maybe you framed this yourself. I don't know. It's fancy. So super fun. Thank you very much for that, my dear. And then one more frame that I received, and this one is just so stunning, and the card matches. This is from Mary, who is just the best. Look at how pretty that is. This is one of my favorites, which is the flower or paper florist dies. They retired, which I thought was crazy. And then she tucked a couple others in here, but oh, so gorgeous. By the way, I love this. I'm so glad you're part of my story in a birthday card. That is really clever. So I like how she did that. But are you ready for this? Are you prepared to see this? How cool is this? So this is another frameable. And I am super excited to put this one up too because I finally showed it in the video. So I'm just loving this. And by the way, look at this pretty paper. How fun is that? So I just love this beautiful frame. So I have two wonderful things to hang up in my home, and I'm so grateful. So thank you all so much for these wonderful treasures. I really appreciate it. Okay. Now that we have gone through all of these wonderful treasures, and I hope you enjoyed seeing them. Thank you one more time to everybody who, both in today's and previous lives, cards have been shared. I'm, again, so grateful for all of the wonderful birthday wishes you sent my way. Just fantastic. Oh, wait, there's one more thing I have to show you. Okay. This was just the best. And oh my gosh, now I can't think of, I think this is from Priscilla. I'm pretty sure. But I think I did not keep the card with it. Oh wait, maybe I did. Oh yes, it is from Priscilla. Okay. Phew. Oh, that's right. This card came separate because she ordered this and had it sent to me. But look at this, you guys. It's a bunch of friends' quotes and like little scenes and things. It is actually, I was watching this episode last night. But I just love this so much. And there's Regina Phalange on there as well. Smelly Cat. She is his lobster. That's one of my favorite things to say to Andy. So fun. So she sent me this cute little tote bag. Oh, Joey doesn't share food. I just love this. How you doing? So anyway, thank you so much, Priscilla, for sending this. That was just such a wonderful treat. I really appreciate it. Okay. And she had hers was one of the cards with the hot air balloon set. All right. So I mentioned we're going to be working, oops, not with this, not that set, but rather this set, The Layers of Beauty. Now this is a gorgeous stamp set. And of course it comes in a bundle, and the bundle includes the stamp set, the dies, and a set of stencils, which we're going to be using today. And I've got a whole bunch of tips and tricks for using not only this stamp set and these stencils, but also kind of fun ways that you can work with these goodies. This is also a set that's on part of our bundle special going on. So it's an extra 10% off, and it's one of the more spendier bundles. So I think that it's a really great time to get this during the June promotion with an extra 10% off our bundles. Okay, and I'm going to talk about one more thing really quick before we dive into the cards, because I just realized I hadn't done it yet. I'm like, wait a minute, I have a graphic for this. Okay, well, my things are all out of order, but that's all right. So a few things going on. First of all, an extra 10% off all die bundles and a 10% off of machines. So you can get the mini machine or the big machine, 10% off. So that's a great deal. This is going on all month long through the end of June. So you can enjoy that. Also, speaking of bundles, we have a great bundle that we are making cards with in our Country Flowers online class. This is one that comes out with my besties, Barb and Kelly. This will be out later this month. It is a fantastic class. My Sunshine and Creativity Delivered subscription box is going to feature pop-up cards in July. You can subscribe during the month of June to get the July box, and the pop-up cards, by the way, are amazing. I'm very excited. There's going to be a lot of fun projects with that. Of course, my Watercolor Happy course starts later this month. If you are not registered, please get registered. Oh my goodness, we are going to have so much fun. I've been working on content and projects for this event for a really long time, but oh my goodness, I actually came up with a really fun idea this weekend that I can't wait to share with you. It'll be happening during the course. It's all housed on a website so that you can see everything. And by the way, if you are registered and have not been getting emails, I've sent a couple now. It is probably because you opted out of receiving emails when you registered. So you need to go back on the website and change that. I cannot do it for you, and that is because of spam related rules in the interwebs. So please log back in, go to your profile, and just change your email setting. If you don't want me to ever email you when the new content comes out in the course, that's fine. But just know you will need to log into the website to get all the information. The first 2 lessons are live. They are about supplies. And then the Q&A we had last week that talked about supplies and answered questions that you had throughout the event. So check that out if you haven't already. Of course, if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy. There's all kinds of fun stuff happening. I am so excited about it. I can hardly even stand it. Also, I have you can get a free card kit today based on our projects that we're making. You can also get the Take to the Sky All-Star Video Class Bundle PDF for free with a $50 purchase. The free card kit is with a $35 purchase. Of course, if you spend $50, you get both. And if you spend $75, you'll also get an embellishment in your kit along with the PDF and the card kit. So it's a great deal. This is mostly correct. This is the old host code. So I'm sorry. I haven't printed off the updated one yet, but anyway, there you go. All right. Let's get going. So first and foremost, I love this bundle and there's so many fun things you can do with it. We are going to start out with probably, it's so hard to judge which my favorite card is today. It might be this one, but it might not. We'll have to decide at the end. But we're going to start out with a nice white card base. So this is a thick white card base. I'm going to fold this in half. And then I'm going to start with a 3 1/4 by, I think this was 5 1/4 inch piece of white cardstock. And I'm actually going to take this piece and I'm using my Stamparatus, and I know we don't have Stamparatus anymore. I know. But I think a lot of you have this or a stamp positioner of some kind. Now I have my big old stamp in here. And part of the reason is because it's really challenging to use this stamp if you don't have a big stamp block. You know what I mean? So if you do, you're good. So you need a big, like a background sized block. Or you can use a stamp positioner, like I said, if you have one. So I'm going to take, this is my basic beige ink, and I'm going to ink up my stamp in basic beige ink. And then I'm going to stamp this on here. Now I had positioned this because I wanted to focus on this one bloom, and then I ended up deciding against what I originally planned, but I'm going to show you what I originally planned. Anyway, so here we go, and maybe we'll change back. I don't know. So I've just stamped that in basic beige on here. All right. And I like this because it's just kind of a light color. All right. Then what I'm going to do is bring in some scrap paper, and I want to stick my paper down because we're going to use those decorative masks. So I'm just going to put just a little touch of seal, and you can see I'm like touching it with my finger to get some of the sticky out because I don't want this to permanently stick to this paper. But I'm just going to stick that on my paper. And then we have these masks. So a couple things about the masks. First of all, they're numbered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them. And then they also have this little notch in them that you can see. And this is to help you line things up. So what we're going to do is kind of get these situated on here like so. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pen or pencil and I'm going to draw in that little notch on my paper like that. And then I can reuse this as like a mark to like a key or a register mark with my future masks. So they'll all be coordinated. Okay. Now you could take time and like tape this down if you wanted, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, now I wanted to have, there's the big roses and then there's like daisy looking flowers. So I wanted the daisies to be a different color. Well, actually, I wanted them to be white. So what I'm going to do is take and mask them off with a Post-it. And this is just so that they are, they stay white. So I'm just going to rip this one and I'll stick it right here. But then I'll bend it back a little bit so it doesn't cover that part. And I think it's almost perfect. There we go. And then there's this little flower right here, so that's what I'll use the rest of this for. Okay. All right, so my Post-its just covered up a few things. And then this stuff, I'm going to do 3 shades of a color. So you can do a lot of different colors. We're going to do 3 shades of color on another card. Actually, all 3 cards. There's lots of examples of this in our collection of colors, but I've got 3 different color combinations for you today. So the first one is Lemon Lolly, Daffodil Delight, and Crushed Curry. So as always, we're going to start with our lightest color, which again is Lemon Lolly. And I've got myself a little mini blending brush. I'm getting rid of the darkest color, and then we're going to start with the lightest color. And I'm just going to blend the ink on here in those open spots. And what I love about using basic beige for this, by the way, is that it's a real nice, subtle color. It's not too in your face, so to speak. And it's much more subtle than using black. And it almost gives the illusion of no-line watercoloring with these decorative masks. So look at how cool that is. All right, so that was our first card. And actually, oh, that's off the side, so never mind. Or not our first card, our first decorative stencil. Now we're going to do number 2. So I'm just going to line it right up. And I do make a few adjustments just to make sure we're, you know, in the right spot. But here's our second one. Now I could cover these with Post-its if I needed to, but I found that the second ones weren't quite as hard because the stuff we're using isn't as big, you know what I mean? So it's not as tight a fit for ink blending. And I did use my smaller ink blending brush, sorry. Just getting this lined up perfect. Okay, so again, I'm going to avoid those small little flowers. So I'm just kind of sticking my finger over this area so that I don't get any ink on them. Okay. Because my finger is kind of protecting that little area and I'm staying away from those. And then we'll do these right here. Again, I'm going to cover this one up because I don't want to get any ink there. And it does help to use this littler brush on these, by the way. Okay, so that was the second one. Ooh, pretty. Okay. So then our next one is number 3, We'll line it back up, and then we're going to use our darkest layer. So that was Daffodil Delight. And finally, we'll use Crushed Curry. All right, so we're going to avoid those little spots one more time, but they're even littler now, so it's pretty easy to do. We'll pick up our Crushed Curry ink and go right over the top. Again, I'm sticking my finger over this one just to be extra sure. I'm going to stick my finger over this one and maybe get just a little bit more ink. And then, are you ready for the big reveal? Oh, so pretty. Okay, so we've got that. Then the next two are for leaves. So I'm going to take and put this down. And now all of the yellow is covered up, which is perfect. So we're going to switch over to greens. I'm going to use Lemon Lime Twist and Granny Apple Green for this. Okay, so I'm going to pick up my color. Once again, kind of just double check that we're all lined up. It would help if my camera wasn't in the way. All right, so I'm just going over this with my lighter green, which is Lemon Lime Twist. And you can see the decorative mask. It's a little unnerving at first, but then it's okay. The decorative mask is covering all of that yellow that we have sponged, and look at that, so beautiful. And notice the white daisies in here. So I think that is just so fun. I was originally going to do a different color, but then I liked the white so much we just are going with it. I was actually going to do purple, like Highland Heather, which I thought was going to be kind of fun. Okay, so now we're going to line this last one up. This is stencil number 5. And finally, we'll use Granny Apple Green. Okay, and just going to cover over that. Ooh, much darker. Love, love, love all of it. So much fun. Now, if you felt more comfortable by taping these stencils down in between each, feel free. You could use like masking tape or washi tape, something like that, to kind of reposition them. But look at how gorgeous this is. And of course, I love the little centers. We are actually supposed to do the centers on this last one. So I'm going to come back in and do it really quick. Oh, I moved this, didn't I? Sugar. Let's see if we can get it mostly back in place. All I'm doing is lining up the little centers because we want that in, and I'm just using the leftover ink that's on my thing here. We want the centers of those daisies yellow, and they are going to look fantastic. Okay. So there we go. Oh, now they really pop, don't they? All right. Excuse me. So we've got all of our stamping done. Now what I wanted to point out is this bloom right here actually has its own die in the die set. So you can die cut this bloom. And my original plan was to actually do just that and pop it up on my card, but then I loved how this looked so much that I just decided against it. I have one popped up, so, or die cut, so you can see what it looks like and tell me if you like it. But anyway, so then I've taken a little piece of white cardstock and embossed. This is 1.5 inches. And we're just going to add this to the bottom of our card right here. And you can have the design going whichever way you prefer. But that looks so pretty. And then I'm going to attach this to my card a little bit over to the right-hand side, but not all the way. All right. And don't worry, we're going to pop something else on here. So it's all good. So there we go. Then what I want to do is take, and I stamped, or die cut, pardon me, this This is the smallest little rectangle, curved rectangle from the Nested Essentials dies. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here. And we're going to quick heat emboss it in some white powder. And let's see here. Just going to take my embossing toolkit. And then my sentiment is Grateful for You, which is just lovely. We'll use some Versamark ink on this. This is in from our stamp set. So there we go. Oh, it's stuck on there. That's funny. Oh. Oh my gosh, Joy was watching a YouTube about Tom Selleck. Oh, goodness. Okay, so here is my faux suede. Oh dear. Hopefully the glitching has stopped. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. So I did the faux suede here. Oh my. Everybody's saying that it's buffering. Oh, Sharon sees me back. Okay, good. Oh, shoo. Yes, it is Apple's fault. I 100% agree. I will tell you that this is not my new phone that I film on, though. It's actually an old phone. All right, so I'm so glad. Okay, well, here we are. So I'm going to just take and trim a little banner end on here, or a flag, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I did the faux suede technique, where you do the bone folder over all the strip and then pull it apart, and then you get the cool faux suede texture on the inside. Can you see that? I hope so. Okay, so I'm going to add this to my card over that border between the embossing and the rest of the card, like that. And it's sticking out on either side, which is what I wanted. And then I'm going to pop this up over the top. But I'm going to add here we go. This is some twine from the 3-color Baker's Twine combo pack. There's, I want to say, I'll grab it. There's Balmy Blue and Calypso Coral in there as well. So I'm just going to tie a little bow and kind of tuck that under there like so. Like that. So cool. Okay. And oopsies. Here we go. Here we go. And then we'll pop this up right on top. Like that. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. Now for the inside of the card. Now here's so you're going to giggle about this, I think. Because I'm making card kits, I'm always thinking, how can we easily package this? And I wanted to add something on the inside. So I thought, by the way, here is that single flower, that I die cut out of here. Here is one that I die cut. So I thought, okay, well, I have this extra one, and I chose not to pop this up on my card. As you can see, I think it's not great. I mean, it's nice, but I think it's better to take and put this on the inside of our card. So anyway, long story short, I thought if I gave you a bigger piece of this, then you could just cut a little bit off the top and then use those pieces here like so, and then you can cover the seam up with this, because this is not a full-size embossing folder. It's one of those skinny ones. This is one from a online exclusives. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But anyway, so it's one of those skinny embossing folders, but we could add the little flower to make it all cute on the inside. And then And then we will provide you, of course, with the embossed piece, and then you can just cut the little strips off. So I thought that was kind of a brilliant little idea. So long story short, that's how I got this. And of course, these pieces aren't exactly the same size, but that's okay because we're going to cover it up with our beautiful rose and no one will know the difference. So I thought that was just like kind of a moment of brilliance on my part to figure out how to be able to include this in the card kit for you without having the extra step of having to die or emboss another piece. So we could just do it in one shot. So there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? So I really love how this one came out. Now, I mentioned that I have a free embellishment with your order. The question is what embellishment, and I'm not positive because we have a whole bunch of embellishments not available right now. So I might use a couple different embellishments. But you will get an embellishment if you spend $75 with your card kit. So let's see, where is my take your pick tool? I tell you, I've been losing my take your pick a lot lately. Here we go. It was, put away where it belonged. All right, so I think I'm just going to put a couple of these right there, like so. Oh, I love this card so much. It's just so happy. As I mentioned, I was thinking about doing these daisies in purple, but gosh, I love them white. They're just really awesome, aren't they? So, fun patterns. Thank you. Thank you, Dolly. Fun patterns. It's a set of 2. Okay, next up, this is super fun, and I need your help. We're going to start with a piece of wood, Country Woods Designer Series paper, and I have die cut the little tag. This tag is in this bundle. So I die cut the little tag, and we're probably going to stamp on it later. But I just pulled it out of the center of this because we're going to cover this piece up. Now I'm going to back this on a piece of Early Espresso cardstock to, of course, match the Early Espresso in there. But I hadn't decided yet if I wanted crumb cake for my card base or pecan pie. So you guys are going to have to tell me in the comments, do you think pecan pie is going to look good, or do you think crumb cake is going to look good? I personally kind of like pecan pie, but you don't have all the information yet because we got to do the flowers for this. All right, so one of the things that I love about these stencils, excuse me, is that you can use them, and I got to make sure this piece is big enough. You can use them with the stencils, and I'm actually going to check this piece. I think we're good. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay. Don't laugh at me, but you can actually use the stencils by themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set 4 and 5 apart because they're the same color. And then I'm going to take 1 and 2 and 3, and I'm going to clean it off real quick. Now, what I do normally at home, or here, is, I don't want to lose that piece, is I put my stencils just under water. So what I did is I took this towel. This is kind of a towel that I use for stamping stuff. It's an old towel, so there's ink stains and whatnot on here, and I'm just going to clean it off. It's damp because I was using this to dry my stencils off after I washed them under the faucet before, so that actually worked pretty good. I would probably advise still doing it, especially if you use a real dark color. Luckily, I purposefully chose the yellow one first so that this would be minimized. But I would run this under the faucet to clean these, but because this towel is kind of damp, it's working just fine. And be careful, this one is especially because it's got these thin little pieces on here, so you just want to be careful so you don't like bend or rip any of those pieces off. Again, this is why the faucet works really well. Okay. So I think I've got the majority of the ink off, because of course you don't want to be blending different colors and then getting ink in colors you don't want on your next projects. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, well that worked actually pretty well. I was so worried I was going to have to like put a be right back sign in here and go run off and do this cleaning. Okay, I'm going to switch to a new piece of paper, and I'm going to use my stencil number. Let's see, actually, I think I might need 4. Oh, they're about the same, so that's all right. I'm going to take my stencil and put this on my piece of white cardstock. And once again, we are going to put just a little bit of adhesive on here, my seal. I'm touching it with my fingers in an effort to get rid of some of the stickiness. You could also put your clothing on there to get a little fuzz on there. And then I just want to position this stencil on here so that I will eventually be able to die cut this. So I'm just making sure that these edges aren't sticking off the edge here. And oh, the only problem with this is my registration mark is not showing on my paper. But there it is. I scooched it down so I can draw that in with my pen one more time. Like this. Okay. There's my registration line, but I'm going to actually start with number 1. Just because. But I wanted to do that stencil because that would tell me the right position to make sure it fit on this piece. Okay, so here's number 1, and we are going to do a gorgeous color combo, which is Bubble Bath, Petunia Pop, and Berry Burst. So kind of a pinky purple grouping. And I'm going to start with my blending brush. We'll go ahead and do all of this beautiful light color. So what I love about this is you can use the stencils without the stamp set if you wanted, for a very subtle look. And so there's no lines from the stamped images, but because of the way they arranged these stencils, they work beautifully just like this. Okay, so there's our first layer. It's kind of like 2-step stamping, but it's like 3-step stenciling. Okay, here's number 2. So we'll put this one on, get it lined up. Okay, there we go. I'm like, that's off a little. All right, that looks good. We'll switch to Petunia Pop, which is kind of a middle color of purple. And I actually have a Petunia Pop blending brush, dedicated and everything. Okay, I'm just going to double check once again. This is where I want this to be. It can be a little misleading because it doesn't line up exactly on the, the images, but that's by design. Okay, so then we're going to put in layer number 2. And here again, just like with our the towel I used to clean this stencil off, I want to be careful not to go real hard and push back on those kind of pointy parts of my stencil, because I want to make sure that this stencil lasts for a long time. But if you do make such a mistake, you can buy replacement stencils, so that's good news. Okay, there we go. I think we've got all of these colored in pretty good. I'm going to lift that up and oh, and then stencil number 3 is going to go down, and then this is going to be our darkest color, and it's going to be so pretty. Okay, so we'll just get those lined back up. So gorgeous. This is Berry Burst, and I think I'm going to use the same blending brush for Berry Burst. And I'm going to do the centers. Oops, there wasn't even an opening right there. Okay, and as you can see, this is definitely a much darker color. This could stain your stencil, by the way, and that's all right. If you get the ink off of it immediately, you have a better shot of getting, you know, that ink from setting. But there we go. Oh, so beautiful. All right, so these are gorgeous leaves, or flowers. Let's get the leaves in. So here is our stencil number 4. And as you can see, these are going to line up. I'm just making sure they're covering the things they're supposed to be covering. All right, and then we're going to ink these up with our lighter color, which is Lemon Lime Twist. Once again, I chose to keep the greens the same color. But if you wanted, you could use like Granny Apple Green and Old Olive, or Old Olive and Garden Green, or Garden Green and Shaded Spruce. There's lots of green combos that would work nicely. You could even use soft sea foam and should have got rid of a little of that ink. Soft sea foam and either Granny Apple Green or even Old Olive with soft sea foam would look nice. Kind of just depending on what you're going for. Lots of different colors. I also considered, but ultimately decided not to, use like Crumb Cake and Early Espresso for the leaves, because that would have worked also on our card and would have been pretty cool. Okay, so there we go. Doesn't that just make it pop? All right, next up, stencil number 5, and this one, of course, is going to be in Granny Apple Green, the darkest green. Again, you could use different greens if you prefer. I always like kind of getting that first little bit of ink off, because sometimes it's really dark. This is pretty dark, but that's okay because it's the second. It's the second layer of green. If it was the first layer, it would be too dark. But we could come in with Shaded Spruce over the top if we needed an even darker color. Okay, so now we have all of our beautiful roses and leaves on here. So what we need to do next, first of all, is close up these ink pads. And then we're going to take and die cut this piece. And sometimes it takes me a while to figure out where it goes. Okay, there we go. So now the die cut will work on here like so. All right, so I'm going to take a Post-it to put that on here to ensure she doesn't move. I might use a couple Post-its, because it would be a huge bummer after all of that if it moved on me, wouldn't it? It would kind of make me want to cry. All right, I'm going to run this through my machine and I'll be right back. Okay. So here is our gorgeous bloom, and I'm actually turning it upside down, and then we're going to add it to our card. All right, so we've got our 2 layers here, and now we need to decide what card base we want to put this on. I'm of course going to pop this up. So we'll just put a bunch of dimensionals under here. Oh, it's just so pretty. Now you could do this same exact card with all kinds of different colors. The yellows we just did on our first card. Pinks, like we're actually going to do pinks on our next card, like more corally reddy pinks. You could do oranges. You could do Coastal Cabana and Pool Party and Azure Afternoon. You could do blues like Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight, Boho Blue, or Balmy Blue, or Pool Party. Any of those would work. You know, all kinds of different options for this. Okay, so I just love the pop of the color with the petunia pop and the berry burst. So isn't that just fun? Oh, and this wood grain. Okay, oh, I see you guys are voting. That is good. So again, we're working with either pecan pie or crumb cake. So there's crumb cake. Not bad. But here is pecan pie. Do we like pecan pie best? I feel like it's a little richer color. And we're also going to put a strip over the top. Is basic beige too light? I'm going to say yeah. This is basic beige. I think that just this is such a much richer look, you know. I like this look better. So I'm going to nix basic beige, but that was a nice suggestion. Basic beige is just that really cool color. Okay, it looks like pecan pie for sure is the color of choice. So let's do that. And then I also have this, oops, a good crease. So we've got our, oops, oh, I keep forgetting that little sticky is right there. We also have our little tag, which is, oh, I knew this was going to happen. What happened to my tag? Here it is. There are a couple things we can do with this. First off, I want my sentiment to be on a scrap of pecan, which I did grab. Here we go. And in our stamp set, there's a lovely little sentiment. That, oh, I'm dropping things here. That of course I can't find, but it is here somewhere, I think, which is "You Make My Heart Smile." Yeah, I mounted it. I thought I had. I know it's on a block. It's just where did that block go? Did I mention? Oh, here it is. I was going to say, did I mention I have kind of a mess here? I should really just put the lid on this before something really bad happens. That's just a good rule of thumb on your desk. Okay, so I'm going to stamp my sentiment in Early Espresso, which of course is "You Make My Heart Smile," which I just love. Okay. And I'll give that a trim real quick. And you know what? I might actually redo this because I want to leave a little room on the end for my tag. So I'm going to scooch my sentiment over just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And I did that so that I can take and add this. And there is the words "God bless" in here. If you didn't like that, you could use, there's like a little leafy image. There we go. And so I'm going to hang that right there with some linen thread. Okay. And I was going to just tie it around here, but let's be honest. It's so much easier to just tie a bow. And you could even just tie a bow and glue dot it to this tag. Either way. but we're going to add that to our card as a lovely little embellishment. Ooh. Okay. Da, da, da. Come on. Come on, nimble fingers. You can get that through. There we go. I keep grabbing the wrong string. I got it now. Make this a little bow so that the kind of the pieces are long, and then we'll add it like that. Oh, so gorgeous. Now, before I do that part, though, I want to spritz this. So let me close my ink pad up because I'm sure somebody is like, oh my gosh, Dina, you're killing me. So I'm going to pop this up onto my card. Or actually, no, I'm not, because we already have one layer of pop up, and then I'm going to pop the sentiment up on top. So hold on, sorry. I'm not going to pop this up. I'm going to adhere it. I suppose you could if you wanted. But there we go. And then we'll pop our sentiment up. Oh, all the pieces on here. And then what I'm going to do, actually, maybe before I do my sentiment. No, I can do my sentiment. So we want to put it on here like that. And then we'll take our cute little tag. Remember, I die cut that out of the center of this panel. And put that on like so. Okay, now what I want to do is spritz this. Now you could spritz it with pecan, you could spritz it with early espresso. It's kind of up to you. Oops, wrong end. But there we go. And then of course, if we spritz it with a marker, we should probably just spritz it with our Wink Stella. Ooh, got a little aggressive there. And there is our gorgeous card. So pretty. Okay, now for the inside of our card, we're going to take, we're going to find the inside of our card. Here we go. I think this is my piece. Ooh, no, that's not it. I think this is. Ah, that was probably the piece that was supposed to be on the, for this part. Oh, well. Okay, so we'll put this piece right here, and I'm just going to stamp this in early espresso on the inside, and I'm going to color this with Petunia Pop, I think. Oh my gosh, I have not actually used my Petunia Pop blends yet. This is a momentous occasion. So exciting. Okay, so I've got my light Petunia Pop and my dark. And then I'm just going to color these with my blends. And I actually want to do the centers. I actually think I'm going to do them I might even do them with like lemon lime twist, because you know sometimes the centers of flowers are kind of that limey green color, so that would be fun. Let's see here. Okay, so just a cute little flower to coordinate. Now you could also do this ink blending, you know, a little section or like a single rose like we did on the other card. Any of those would work really nicely on the inside if you want them to be a little more matchy-matchy. because we stamped on, you know, or this is an outline image and we did not have outline on the front, but there we go. So that's our second card, and we've got one more card. So pretty. I can't decide which one of these is my favorite. And of course, this next card is a watercolor card, which makes it amazing. And I'm going to show you, well, actually, I'm going to do one version, and then I'm going to show you, hopefully if I haven't lost it on here, another possibility. So this is a piece of Poppy Parade, and I've got my piece of cardstock here. This is Fluid 100 watercolor paper, and this is very, very important. If you use not Fluid 100, you will get crappy results. So there you go. Fluid 100 is really important for this. I am just looking for my stamp cleaner. It's not super critical, but where did it go? But I still have some of that beige ink on here. It's not the end of the world, to be honest, but okay, so I'm going to position my piece of Fluid 100 in here in the corner. Like that. Okay. And I'm literally going to hold this in place with a Post-it too, just because Fluid 100 is, here we go. Fluid 100 is kind of textured, and so we may need to stamp this a couple of times or ink this a couple times to get it inked really well. I'm using StazOn ink. That is key to this process. The Fluid 100 watercolor paper and then the StazOn black ink. They both are very important in this process, as is getting a really good impression. So I'm really pressing hard to make sure this is good. And yes, I need to do a little more stamping. It's so tricky on these big, giant images to get a good impression on such a large stamp. Okay. Oh, fabulous. Okay, so there we go. All right. Set that aside. And then we're going to watercolor this. We're going to do this kind of messy. Now, in my watercolor happy course, I'm going to teach you how to do both messy coloring and very detailed coloring. Today we're going to do messy coloring so that we can just kind of get some color on there and enjoy it. You can also, and this is what I mentioned I would show you at the very end, I also did watercoloring with the stencil. And I think, well, I might have lost it, but I have around here someplace one of these that I actually colored in with my stencil. So I'll show you that, and hopefully I find it before my live is over. But anyway, so to watercolor, we're going to use our water painters. They come in 3 sizes, and I'm going to use the larger 2. And my color combination for this is going to be Pretty in Pink, Flirty Flamingo, and Poppy Parade. So this is kind of pinks into red. I always am going to start with my lightest color, which is Pretty in Pink. I'm going to give this a good squeeze. If you can't squeeze your ink pads to the lids, that's not a problem. Just take either re-inker in the lid or pick up the color with a clean block, like literally touch the block to the pad and pick up the color that way. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to take this Pretty in Pink, and I'm just going to kind of scribble over the flowers. Note, I'm going out of the lines. I actually went a little aggressively out of the lines, but that's okay. And I'm just putting this lightest color down, not very carefully. Okay, just getting color down. Now I'm also going to take some of the color that's left and I'm going to just tap it on my finger. And what that does is it gives me droplets of color on here. Okay, again, this is a messy style of watercoloring, not a super perfect style. All right, so we're done with Pretty in Pink. Let's switch to Flirty Flamingo. Now, two ways of going about this. If I go right now without letting any of this dry, the colors are going to really blend. I don't want them to blend. I want to see each individual color. I don't want to end up with one shade of pink at the very end. So I'm going to heat this up to dry that first layer of color. I'm not really worried about the droplets. I'm more worried about the flowers themselves. And by the way, you can see there's like a lighter spot right here where water, like clean water, dripped on there. Love it. It's wonderful. Okay, this is dry. Pretty dry. Now I'm going to switch to my smaller water brush. By the way, I do have water just outside my camera because I get too impatient to squeeze the water out of these. I use my just water in a jar. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing, and kind of like what we've been doing with the blending, I'm going to just put some messy lines on here. And what I mean by that is like the ink blending with the stencils. I'm not being super careful about where this is going. I'm just kind of messy adding color to this. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing, although I just rinsed my brush. I'm going to tap some drips on here of a slightly darker pink. Okay, there we go. And you guessed it, we're going to repeat this one more time with our Poppy Parade. Same thing. Pick that color up. Now, each time we do this, we want to use less ink. Ooh, I forgot to dry in between. So these are going to blend a little bit more, and that's fine. I can stop the blending by drying it. So if I want to make sure that I can still see both those colors, I'll heat that up once more. And then, like, this one seemed to blend a little more than I wanted, but no problem, because I can just add a little bit more color to the dry layer. That's pretty dry. It's not totally dry, but pretty dry in there. Oh, fantastic. Okay, I'm rinsing my brush real good because there's lots of red ink on there. Now let's switch to our greens, and we're going to stick with the greens we've been using just because they're out and ready. So I'm going to do the same darn thing one more time. I'm going to start with my green, my light green, and I'm just going to swoosh on some color. You can see I'm going out of the lines. I'm not being careful. I'm not paying attention. Well, I'm not paying that close of attention. I'm just getting some color on these leaves. And it's definitely not perfect. And we'll get something right there. Okay, so not at all perfect. A little bit of color in all the places where there needs to be color. There we go, that's good. We'll finish it up with one more dry and one more layer of color. So if you don't have a heat tool, you can just wait in between layers for this to dry, but I don't know about you, I don't have that kind of patience. I have to heat it so I can go in between and it will be easier. Okay. So last color, again, the darker the color, the less amount you want to put on. So we still see that first layer. So I'm putting smaller amounts of green, and you can see I'm just dabbing them on. I'm not being super perfect about any of this. So I call this like messy watercoloring, because let's be honest, this is kind of messy. Now, what's fun about this is in like actual watercolor world, you would probably call this loose watercoloring. Loose watercoloring is where it's not, you know, it doesn't look like a picture. Like if you had an actual photograph of a rose, it doesn't look exactly like that. It's kind of the artist's interpretation of it, so to speak. So I think that looks just lovely. Okay, now we're going to add this to our card, but first I want to stamp my sentiment, which is going to be happy anniversary. Oh, and I actually did want to add a little bit more of the Flirty Flamingo, our second color. There we go. Because I kind of forgot to put some more color down on those daisies, and I wanted a little more in there. Okay, so let me squeeze my Flirty pad once again. I'll pick that up and just get a little more color on here so that these aren't all dull. And again, you can see I'm just blah, blah, blah. Dropping in the color, not being super perfect or careful. Okay, and then if you wanted to do any more drips, now's the time. Whew, that was a good one. So I got more drips. I think I love adding the splatter on here. I think it's so fun. I didn't do any of the red, but it's what I love about it is it's fun and it's unpredictable. So you never know exactly what you're going to get. And that, I think, keeps it really fun. And you can't really control it too much. All right, now I'm just going to add this to my card. I think I'm going to actually stick it off to the side here. So it lines up on the edge of my card. Now keep in mind, this is still totally wet. So I want to be, you know, I'm being pretty careful not to smudge it because it is still pretty wet. It would be smart if you let it dry a little longer before you did that. But look at how fun that is. Okay, now let's see if I can find the one I did earlier with the actual stencils. So I literally used this, I stamped my stamp, and then I used the stencils to watercolor through, and here it is. So you can see it's a little bit, I don't know, it's about the same. But this, well, I guess you could kind of go either way. I felt like this was, it bled more than I wanted. I don't know. This almost was faster for me. Because this you had to dry in between each, because if you put that stencil on, you know, you're going to have problems. But anyway, I don't know. I like both of them. They're both kind of fun. But I'll teach you how to watercolor through the stencils in the Watercolor Happy Stamp Camp or course. All right, so there is my beautiful card. Let's put some embellishments on it. By the way, we didn't put any embellishments on the last one either, so we'll grab that as well. These are the adhesive backed pearl trio. And here's my, take your pick tool. So I'm going to use these kind of corally colored ones. And we'll just put a few in here. Like that. Then we're actually going to stamp on the inside of this card, but before I forget, I wanted to put some of these on this one. So this is hopefully the embellishment you'll get in your kit. Oh, fantastic. It's just I'm not positive if it's available at the moment. Okay, and then the last thing we want to do is put something on the inside of our card. So I've got another panel of my cardstock, of white cardstock, but I'm going to drag in this piece once again because I'm going to stamp on these layers. So I've cut a couple little strips of cardstock, and I wanted to take some of the smaller images from this stamp set and use them on here to coordinate. So I'm going to take my Poppy Parade and stamp this cute little daisy just kind of randomly on here, all over. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, and then I'm going to take my leaf and some granny apple green and stamp that randomly all over. And then we're going to add these 2 strips to the inside of our card. And as I'm doing this, I'm like, ooh, this could be a fun outside of your card. All right. So I'm just going to take and place these on here like so. And then we'll trim the excess off. And add this to the inside of our card. What a lovely little anniversary card this is. Oh, and guess what? My anniversary is coming up. Gosh, this would be a nice card for my husband to give me. There we go. So let me show you my projects. Again, you can get a free card kit with these cards. You will need, you can use this set or another outline type set for these beautiful projects. But how pretty are they? Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments, because I always love knowing. Do you want the yellow, the pinky purple, or the red card? Which one is your favorite? Oh, I love them so much. And they are just so much fun. By the way, I did die cut a few of these leaves because there's some fun leaves. There's 2 styles of leaves that come in this set, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to add them on this card or not. We certainly could. I don't know. What do you think? Should we put these leaves in there or not? It's hard to say. But nah, I think I like them without, to be honest. Yeah, it gets getting too messy. Not messy, but busy. Anyway, those leaves are in the bundle, so kind of fun. All right, friends. Well, I hope you loved these cards so much. And make sure you get this bundle if you don't have it. It is just so beautiful. And of course, that extra 10% with our special this month is so fabulous. And we'll be using this bundle in my watercolor happy course, which starts at the end of this month. And I hope you love them. Well, thank you guys so much for stamping with me today. I hope you had fun with me. Thank you again. If you could give me the thumbs up, gosh, that would just rock my world. It makes such a big difference with the people at YouTube. And if you haven't already, subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss any more content. I'm going to try and do one more video this week. And I would love for you to catch me again on my channel. And I hope you guys have just a great rest of your day. I will see you right back here next Monday. Bye, guys.